Alright guys, so we're back with this game that I just found. It's called Class Reunion Chat Room. It's a free game on Steam, and it's supposed to be a horror game. So I'm kind of curious about it, and I thought I'd play it for you guys. Alright, press space to enhance the story. Type the gray pre-written text in the chat box if you need to respond. Blah blah blah. Alternatively, you can press the double arrow button to autofill the text. Alright, we're gonna do that, because I can't type worth of shit. Play with lights off and headphones for a better experience. I think I'm good. Alright, the volume's a little loud. Turn it down just a little bit. Alright, that's better. Alright, sometimes I wonder why they keep the convenience store open that long. Just like last night and the night before, barely any customers came. Whatever, as long as I get paid. 2:14 a.m. Interesting. Alright, it looks like it started raining right when I got home. Guess I was lucky. Can't open the window and let fresh air in without getting my laptop wet, though. Sigh. Alright, how should I kill time tonight? A big disadvantage of being awake. Everyone else was asleep was that I had no one to chat with after coming home. Sometimes I play random games, I find on the internet, or watch a movie, unproductive stuff. Which is probably a bad habit considering I still hadn't figured out what direction to take my life in. Let me put some music on first. Okay, it's kind of a jam. It's the perfect soundtrack for a chill rainy night. Great. Alright. An email. I barely ever get any emails. The store manager usually contacts me via SMS and my friends via full chat. It's an email from Blaze Monktree. I haven't heard that name in forever. Blaze is an old cat classmate of mine. He was super smart. He was the smartest in our grade. No, probably the whole school. He also generally kept people at arm's length. Rarely knew anything about him because of that. Why was he sending me an email? Dear Amy Waterfield, my name is Blaze Monktree. You might know me from our shared time at school. Recently, a couple of past classmates and I decided that it would be a great idea to catch up with everyone. This might serve as a great opportunity to reforge connections and to learn more about the paths everyone has taken. Ideally, this could result in an in-person reunion in the future. I have linked an invitation to a group chat that we created and invited all classmates to below. Note that you will need to install a free piece of chat software called Full Chat, which apparently I already have. To participate, don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Yours sincerely, Blaze Monktree. This mail was oddly formal for an invitation for a class reunion chat. The way Blaze worded it made it seem more like a business opportunity. Either way, this sounded like a great idea. The only person I kept in touch with since leaving school was my best friend Liv. Generally, I didn't enjoy my time at school, and most people in my class were. I did. Sorry. I was thinking more about my school life. I did enjoy my time at school, and most people in my class were pretty cool. I'd also love to know what they're currently doing. Maybe they could give me some ideas for my future. Alright, so time to join the group chat. Alright, let's do it, guys. Not that anyone would be out alone this time of night. I mean, yeah, it's like 2 o'clock. Seems like 3 other people aside from me have joined the chat so far. Blaze, someone called GG Hort, someone called May I? Whatever. Blaze is writing something, seems like he's still awake after all. Alright, here we go. Hello Amy, it's nice to see you here. You were one of the first to join this group chat aside from us 3. Came up with the idea of this class reunion project. The purpose of this group chat is to catch up with our past classmates and to reforge connections. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns. Gee, you're the only one I know who writes such long paragraphs in the whole chat. And wasn't all of that information already in your email? She's one of that. It's okay. It never hurts to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Also, I would recommend spelling email. Okay, Karen. This is compound. You have the words electronic and mail. You don't write e-business or e-writing, do you? Anyway, sent to me to get Andy heart. Alright. Nice noise. Nice to meet you as well. Okay, send. Hello, send. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I have to admit, I'm not fully sure whose name belongs to who, though. We're just mad. I'll type it. I told you using your full name as your chat name, or at least your first name, just like Amy, would make things a lot easier. GT sounded way cuter. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, I'm Angie. We hung out one time, if you still remember. Now that she mentioned it, we did hang out once. We weren't particularly close though. Angie was someone who got along with everyone in our class and was always surrounded by a bunch of other girls. It was the same when we went shopping. She invited me directly and I wasn't sure how to decline. I initially assumed we would go with a few people. We ended up going as a group of 15. 15? Jesus Christ. Hanging out with so many people at once was a bit much. Yeah, I would say so. I didn't dislike Angie though. I think I genuinely enjoy hanging out with her one-on-one. And you might know, Mike. Oh, Mike. Okay. Don't mind his frequent typographical errors, you'll have to get used to them. Can I full screen this? No. Okay, Mike. Hello. He's a bit shy before we'll be up to you in no time. Hi, Mike. I'm not sure, but I don't think we interacted much during the time at school, did we? I don't think so. Oh, okay. Okay. I wouldn't have ever understood what he said. Mike didn't have too big of a presence, so I'm not sure you don't remember. Only because he was so shy, though. He was really good at sports. If he had been less timid, he would have likely been very popular. You three seem close. Were you friends back in school? I didn't remember seeing them hanging out together. Kind of. It was Angie's fault. Don't make it sound like a bad thing. I didn't know. I noticed that Blaze and Mike always hung out alone, so I befriended them. We ended up hanging out frequently, and our friendship lasted beyond school. I wasn't good at making friends. I probably would have been fine alone, but it was nice. It was so nice to have people I could share my thoughts with. Aww. It was, by the way, also Angie's idea to create this group reading chats. Mike and I ended up being dragged into it. And she tends to be pretty disorganized, so I figured they'd need me to handle the administrative side. And I guess reforging contacts just in case they come in handy later isn't a bad idea either. I joined because I was hoping that I could get to know my classmates properly since I missed out on that when I was in school. I noticed that you became more outgoing recently. Mike, I think that's great. Alright guys, hold on. First off, my reading is shit. I will miss words, I will mispronounce stuff, I will stutter. Please don't mind that. Alright, continue. So what have you all been up to after leaving? I'll start. This might come as a bit of a surprise, but I've been in software development. This was a surprise indeed. And she was very open about herself to anyone who would listen, but I had never heard of her being in tech. I personally think that there was no reason to keep your love of programming a secret back then, Angie. Yeah, it wasn't anything bad after all. Ah, well. I just thought it would make me seem weird or something. Hee hee. My past suspicions are sometimes being confirmed, unfortunately. There are some colleagues and clients at my company that make snarky comments. They're just being poo-poo heads, don't mind them. Poo-poo heads. Yeah, we know how scuttle you are. Thanks, guys. I'm glad I was able to talk about my hobby with you two back then, at least. That was probably the reason why we got so close in the first place. Can you imagine my surprise, Amy, when Blaze came up to me out of the blue and told me that he knew I was in the program? I totally thought he was going to blackmail me. dot dot dot. Turns out he was just really smart and wanted to confirm suspicions. It didn't make sense to keep it a secret from Blaze and Mike after that, so I just poured my heart out about all the nerdy stuff I couldn't talk about with anyone else to them. Bit off topic, but that emoji you use gives me a heartburn. Mike, what a guy. Yes, that was quite odd. I think it's cute. Anyway, you're next, Mike. You'll be surprised what Mike has been up to, Amy. Actually, how about you guess first? I didn't know Mike at all, so I wasn't sure how I was supposed to guess his current job. Fair enough. All I knew about him was that he was into sports back in school. Something sports. I knew you'd guess that. It's probably a bit of a weird jump from sports, but I worked with animals. I enjoyed sports in school, but I also worked like biology. I also always felt less awkward around animals than humans. Fair enough. So I ended up studying zoology and became a zookeeper. That's really cool to see you working at a zoo. I mean, he did just say that. Yeah, it's really fun. I actually forgot to account that I'd have to work with other people even when I'm working at a zoo. My coworkers are really cool. Thanks to them, I became sociable, which is why I hope I can maybe get to know my classmates more properly now. Anyway, I probably wrote too much. Your turn, Blaze. Blaze's story is probably more interesting. I see. My turn has come. That is a lot. I knew early on that I wanted to study and practice law. I figured it would be an adequate challenge and prove to be a fulfilling career path. After some research, I concluded that one of the best options for me was Yale University in the United States of America. So this game is set in the United States. Got it. It's a very low acceptance rate, but I wasn't too worried. Currently I'm in my last semester. Do you have any further questions? That sounds great. What is America like? That's a name you don't know. Well, it's hard to generalize, as this is a very big country. What impressed me was the contrast between the big cities and the rural areas of America. I also really like spending time at parks. They're very pleasant. Forgot to ask earlier, but have you made friends there? I'd love to get to know them. Hello? Yeah. He's not replying. That's probably a reply in and of itself. It has no friends. Blaze did always have trouble making friends because of how approachable he made himself. I don't need friends in America. I can just hang out online with you. Oh, that's sweet. You know, Amy, Blaze may seem very unfriendly and pedantic, but he's actually very nice. He's always helped me with anything if I needed any help, and not just with studying. Yeah, he's a bit of a Tussendeer. I know that's some kind of anime word, isn't it? No idea what it means. Thank you, Amy. What is a Tussendeer? You know, someone who seems cold or harsh but gets warm and kind as you get to know them. Oh, okay. One who says, it's not like I like you or anything, but baka. So basically Natsuki from Doki Doki Literature Club. Got it. I would never say that. Sure. I wasn't following this conversation at all. The replies were just making me more confused. Nothing as interesting as you three. Oh wait. Anyway, what about you, Amy? What have you been doing? Nothing as interesting as you three. I'm working at a convenience store to bridge time until I'm sure what I want to do long term. No worries, I'm sure you'll figure it out soon enough. Yeah, it took me some thinking to find out that I wanted to be a keeper. There's no rush. I wouldn't recommend wasting too much time either though. But I guess there's nothing wrong with taking your time to make sure that you choose the right career path for you. B. Or is that for the emoji? I don't get this little girls for why. They're a bit of an odd bunch, but they all seem like very nice people overall. The place still seemed to be a little stuck up, but I trust Angie and Mike's assessments of him. They knew him way longer than I did. Ew. I don't like those sound effects. Right, my stomach was rumbling. Right, I still haven't eaten anything since coming home. I will be AFK for a bit. I'll make myself something to eat, stew in a bit. Stop saying bit so much. Ooh, girls, I swear. I should get something to be back in a bit. Did that music just end? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay, so we're going to get some food, I guess. Maybe. Hello, game. A software developer is Zookeeper and a lawyer. They all had chosen really interesting career paths. Can't help but feel bad about my life. You know, you should feel bad. I have no idea about programming, and it seems too tough for me anyway, so I guess that wouldn't work for me. Allergic to animal hair, so Zookeeper would likely be out of the question. I'm also not smart enough to become a lawyer, so stop trying to steal people's career paths and make your own. Like, come on. Sigh. What am I good at? Stocking shelves. Oh well, I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe they can give me some tips later. For now, I'll warm up some leftover risotto. That should improve my mood. How late is it now? 3 a.m. Okay, why are they all awake at 3 a.m.? I don't understand the two of them. Are all of them awake? Kinda strange, not gonna lie. There's just some time left until Liv wakes up. I wonder how well she'll remember this ancient place and break. Now that I think of it, yeah, literally. How come the three of them are still awake? Maybe I should ask them when I'm back on the laptop. They haven't talked the entire time you were gone. Here we go, I'm back with food and shit. My headphone's broken. The music sounds weird. Kinda does. Let's turn that down. Oh well, I was planning on buying the new ones anyway. Buying new ones anyway, sorry. The music is still listenable. It just sounded a bit distorted. I'll manage. Let's see what they've been chatting about since I was gone. Huh, apparently nothing. They probably have their own group chat. Right, I wanted to ask them how come they're still awake. I'm back. Enter button. Whatever. Welcome back. WB. What's W? Oh, welcome back. Duh. Hello again. I've been wondering, how come you're all still awake? It's still early evening here in America, so it's different time zone. So it's a time zone difference in my case. I have tomorrow off, and I usually like staying up late when I don't have to wake up early in the morning. Early the next day. I'm just changing words in this game, apparently. I also might have too much coffee and I can't sleep. I had a late shit at the I had a late shift at the zoo. Currently transitioning to being a night keeper shift. That's an embarrassing typo. This is why I tell you to double check your messages before sending them. Hung out with some of the owls are chill. Not a fan of scorpions though. They're active at night and scurry around. Scorpions. It's the same for me. I also work the late shift and stay up for a few hours after getting home. The main reason why I stay up after my night shift is so I can chat with Liv before going to sleep. Liv gets up very early, so that is usually the best time to catch up with her online. She probably got Blaze's invitation as well. I assume she'll join as well when she's awake. Hey, I have an idea. How about we each tell an embarrassing secret? That way we can get to know each other better. That sounds like a dumb idea. Fair enough. I'm not sure about this. I don't think I'd be able to come up with anything interesting. I sound like a very boring person. I also don't feel like sharing secrets with half strangers. That's fair enough. Even if they are my past classmates. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji. I guess it's fine. Please don't cry. But I want to cry. Alright, Mike thinks it's okay. I guess I'll play along. Happy face. No worries, Amy. You can just pass or tell us in general about yourself. We don't know you that well, so it'll be totally fine. Hug. Alright then. Guess I'll tell you something about myself rather than an actual secret. Alright, I'll go first since I proposed it. You already know about my love for programming when I was at school, so that's not much of a secret anymore. Instead, I'll tell you about something else. Why would you say that if you're gonna say something else? This is probably not something unnormal, sorry, but I sometimes feel jealous of other people. I guess I don't like this about myself, but I don't want to have negative thoughts about others. This especially happens when people openly share things they're passionate about. Probably because I never got to talk about my hobby openly. Crying emoji, crying emoji. Thanks you for sharing. Don't worry, feeling jealous sometimes is normal. It is. I agree, how you deal with these feelings is what's important. You go next, please. I'm still thinking. Alright then, I'll share with you the worst day of my life. Dramatic pause. I got a C once in grade school. Let's take a moment. Silence, please. Alright, that one was over. Yeah, dot. Yeah, literally. I guess come away from Blaze. This is the big question. You'll never understand my pain. Whatever, I'm next. Blaze and Angie might already know, but it might be a bit of a surprise for you. When I was in school, I did sports and took care of when I ate. Since finishing school, I kind of abandoned sports and I'm not as careful about eating healthy. So I've gained some weight. Okay, and meaning I don't look much how I used to. Keeper job is basically demanding, but not enough to level out my love for food. Fair enough. I don't think it's really a problem as long as it doesn't affect your health in a major way. Yeah, there are definitely women out there who are chubby, but underneath muscular guys. Anyway, your turn, Amy. Mike work at the zoo reminded me of something. It's not much of a secret though. I'd never be able to work at the zoo because of my animal hair allergy. Bless you. But on top of that, I'm also allergic to iguanas. How do you even find out something like that? It's a long story. I'll have to hear about it when we meet in person for the reunion. Anyway, my turn again. I guess I can tell you somewhat of a follow-up to my last admission. There was one time I felt especially jealous. It was someone I knew who was into sprinting. She was really passionate about it, and it was topic of most of our conversations. Shh, he said shh. My attempts at changing the topic were usually unsuccessful. She was really good at running and definitely become a successful athlete. It was a bit painful to listen to her speak about her hobbies openly, while being reminded that I couldn't talk about my own. But I feigned a smile every time we talked and tried not to let it faze me. Eventually, I had to find a way to vent so I wouldn't explode, though. Well, I did something that I'm definitely not proud of. I ended up putting tacks in her running shoes. Okay, nah, Gigi, you have some explaining to do. That's not cool. That's not cool, Gigi. Oh, that was unexpected. I always saw Angie as a really kind person. Well, clearly you don't know her. Never expected her to resort to that, but I guess everyone has a dark side. Yeah, they do. It just seemed like Angie was regretting this. I guess you do stupid stuff when you're younger. I assume it's my turn then. This time I'll recount something that might be more interesting to you. Don't forget to split up your messages so it's easier to read. Alright then, I'll try. When I was young, I knew someone who wound my nerves more than anyone else. He was lazy and got bad grades, was vulgar, and overall an unpleasant person. And he always fooled me around. Followed. I was just about to say I'm doing better at my reading. I'm not. And he always followed me around, trying to befriend me no matter how much I declined. Until something happened on a school trip. We had to go hiking on a mountain, and I, not being not very fit, hung back. And since the boy, to my detriment, wanted to hang out with me, we hung back as well. He kept passionately talking my ear off about something irrelevant. I don't remember what exactly. Well, he distracted himself so much that he slipped and toppled over the edge. He managed to grab a root that was protruding out of the cliffside. Apparently due to shock, he wasn't able to cry out for help. All he could do was gasp in desperation. The teacher and the other kids ahead of us hadn't heard what had happened and kept walking. There were several things I could have done in that moment. I could have grabbed his hand, or I could have cried out with the teacher. Let me guess, you didn't. You let this poor kid die. All because he was annoying. But I didn't do anything. All I could think of at that moment was how little would be lost if that boy were to disappear. That's terrible. That's literally terrible. And so I continued walking, pretending that I didn't notice. I was found dead at the foot of the mountain not too long after. The teacher shouldered the responsibility as she was supposed to watch us, but I knew that I was at fault. I still remember his face when he mouthed for help without letting a single sound out, tears in his eyes. That's heavy. Definitely step up in the story about you getting a C. This is really something. This is really something you should be openly sharing with us. This is very serious. I guess it wasn't like Blaze actively killed him. Blaze was still young, but that's still a very extreme story. Alright then, my turn again. My secret is work related, so please don't tell anyone. I don't want to get fired. Sure. It wasn't like I knew where you worked anyway. Though I wonder if he should be telling me secrets that could cost him his job. I oftentimes stay late at the zoo after most of the workers have left. The ones working the night shift usually don't notice. That sounds relatively harmless so far. I'd often skip dinner when staying at the zoo, so I'd get hungry at night. So eventually the intrusive thoughts started. I started wondering what the animals at the zoo would taste like. Did you know that seals look chunky, but their meat has less than 2% fat? Okay, hold up. Who in their right mind would think about eating a seal? Not for real. Who would think about eating a seal? Also, what's a protein? Dude, just stop. There are also indigenous people who eat parrots. Also heard of people eating tigers somewhere. Anyhow, these thoughts were troubling. I see the animals at the zoo as fire ants, and family. And thinking about eating friends and family is troubling. Yeah, I'm with you, Amy. That kind of weirded me out. The longer the secret sharing is going on, the more unsympathetic everyone seems, and the more uncomfortable I'm becoming. Same. But I guess that's what happens when people start sharing their dark secrets. It's 4 AM already, I should go take a shower. I'll be gone for a bit. Alright, see you later. Alright, let's take a shower. Are we gonna see the shower? Are we gonna see Amy? Perhaps. The more I think about it, the more I wonder what is true. Angie bullied and physically hurt somebody. Blaze lets someone die, and Mike is thinking about eating animals he works with. Those are pretty shocking stories. But would they be sharing them with an almost stranger like me? Are they playing a prank on me? Achievement unlocked, you showered. Quite an achievement, guys. Quite an achievement. Phew, that was nice. So do I dare open the chat again? I suspect things have become pretty awkward after those confessions. Seems like no one had written any messages since I left. Hey, Amy is back. Welcome back. Hello again. How can they tell I was back? Well, chat doesn't have any online away or offline indications. Great. With Amy being back, how about we continue? I volunteer to go next. I'd like to share the aftermath of what I experienced on that trip. Oh boy. I trust you're familiar with the concept of natural selection. It's a term used by Charles Darwin. The term natural selection is also oftentimes used in mocking you for someone who hurts themselves doing something unintelligent. Sometimes said unintelligent actions even result in death. The voice death I talked about might fit that category. That got me thinking, what if instead of leaving it up to chance, I was doing good, to chance we were to force said natural selection, which would make it less natural, of course. But if we were to do that, I wouldn't choose the affected randomly. Is that what's happening here? I would use myself as the standard measure and filter out the ones who were, by a big margin, inferior to me. I'd very likely be a good judge of a person's capabilities and whether they are justified in living. So I gave it a go. It was pretty successful. You gave it a go? What? Sir, you can't be saying these things. I'd research them, come up with a challenge, and warn them of the consequences they'd await if they were to fail. Oh, so you became Jigsaw. I'm here. And I thought of pretty clever consequences, if I might add. Swimmers who didn't succeed drowned with their arms and feet tied. Singers got their vocal cords ripped out. Cooks were cooked alive. Despite the challenges being rather easy, in my opinion at least, few survived. The ones who did survive rose to new heights. You literally became Jigsaw. My man literally became John Kramer. But why? Do you know Remy? That bowler who became famous for never missing a strike this year? There's also some commotion about him missing 2 fingers out of nowhere. You have me to thank for that? Yeah, the music's from first started. He was to have one of his fingers smashed to a ball with the bowling ball for every strike he missed. He did unfortunately miss 2. The first because he didn't believe my friend. Second, because he was too aware of what would happen if he missed. Playing bowling wasn't an option. He could lose more fingers. More than his fingers if he did that. Smash, smash, smash. Using a bowling ball was a bit insufficient, but he did get the point across. Bro, what? Nice. No! Mike, nice. A bit brutal, but if it works, it works. GG. What the? What kind of twisted prank is this? I'll go next. This had something to do with the girl glove running I told you about. Well, putting the text in her shoes was the only thing I did. Oh god, GG. No matter what I did, she wouldn't give up running, and I tried everything. I put laxatives in her food before an important race. That's not as bad. That's not as bad. I spread nasty rumors about her, like how weird she smelled when she trained because she sweated so much. That's not bad. Eventually, I found one permanent solution to the problem. I invited her to secretly depart of the school building when I bother us. Pushed her down the steps. That's the only option, guys. That's the only option you can take. She wasn't too badly hurt. She had only twisted her ankle. Fortunately, I prepared a sledgehammer in advance. Calm down, Gigi. What the hell? It was pretty heavy, but I managed to lift it. It shattered her legs. I brought the hammer down over and over. I can still hear the crunching next to the string. Bro, what? God, what the fuck? I love the look on her face when she realized that she'd never be able to run again. She of course tried to accuse me, but no one would believe her. There was no evidence, and I was well liked by teachers and students. So she was called a liar, was jealous of me, and probably just got into an accident and tried to frame me. That was when I got a taste for destroying other people's dreams. I felt similarly ecstatic when I stabbed the eardrums of a composer and peeled off the skin of a model. I'm getting nostalgic. I can relate. True, very relatable. What? This is beyond just being a bad prank. This was sick. And let me tell you a story as well. At a zoo, there was a penguin that I was really close to. Hung out with him regularly, played with him a lot, was really cute. He's probably my closest friend, aside from Angie and Blaze. He also really seemed to like me back, and the keepers were as close to him as me. Whenever I entered his pen, he tried to run up to me. He was also always sad when I had to leave. I'd have been very sad if anything ever happened to that penguin. One night, I stayed in the penguin's pen. He had convinced me to sleep. I was watching him sleep peacefully when the hunger came. No, dude. No. No. Please. Mike. No. I did it. I killed him at 8 a.m. Right then and there. Raw. I was crying. But he tasted so good. Then I moved on to a tape beer. Also one of my best friends. And a tiger baby I myself had helped deliver. I ate them all while crying. The sadder the death was, the better they taste. Homie, we know. It's not what we do. Animals are friends, not food. If As Nemo taught you nothing. Eventually my curiosity transitioned from the animals to my coworkers. How sad would I be if I ate them? How tasty would they be? Gigi is very happy about this. Alright, this is screwed up. Very screwed up. They all have disturbing imaginations that I want no part of it. Also, what is up with my headphones? I keep hearing these weird sounds. Alright, I just remembered, Amy. Was this your address? What the? Why do you have this? I made sure to research everyone's address to be able to find a good meeting spot for the in-person event that most people would not object to. How about we visit Amy now that we're friends? Oh no, oh hell no. Don't be coming to my house. That sounds like a great idea. A bit far away, as I'm in America. It might take me a few minutes. I've had enough. You're seriously creeping me out. There's no reason to keep talking, but the classmates have joined. Maybe we can make a new group chat without these three. A message by Liv? I guess she's awake already. Hey Amy. Hi Liv, have you also received the group chat invite from Blaze? They're planning a class reunion, but they're being very weird. An invite? Can't say I got one. Didn't Blaze say he sent out an invite to all classmates? Yeah, he did. That's odd. But hey, this reminds me of an urban legend I read recently. It's about some scary group chat message stuff. Let me send you the link. There she goes again with those urban legends and occult stories. She really can't get enough of them. Not exactly in the mood for scary stories, but I'll hear my lip. Alright, horrifying chat room. Don't click their invitation. Rumor has been making its rounds recently. Some of our viewers have reported getting scary group chat invitations from old acquaintances, distant family, and colleagues. Don't click on the invite links to those chat invitations under any circumstances. Witness reports speak of 3 different ghosts that have been encountered in said chat rooms. A gluttonous ghost that can't be satiated no matter how much it eats. A ghost filled with regret and jealousy that thrives off other people's happiness. Destroying other people's happiness, sorry. A ghost that feels superior to everyone and wants to get rid of anyone that it sees beneath it. These invitations usually appear at night and disappear the next day. If it doesn't disappear, then it's likely a legit invitation. If not, then you've been contacted by these ghosts. If you accept the invitation and keep chatting with them, they can enter your home. To avoid them, you need to ignore said invitation until it disappears. Again, do not click on the chat invite links that you receive at night. Someone sent a message in the group chat. We're here. We're here. We're here. Alright then. I must say, that was pretty spooky. I hope you guys enjoyed. This game has been, what's it called again? I don't remember. But I will add the link in the description for the game. And if you want to play it, I definitely suggest it. It's pretty fun, pretty spooky. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.